Now, what do both of your ideas as far as like Vince Russo? What did you like, Chris? What do you think about, and Kevin? What did you think about Vince Russo?
Well,
You,
go ahead, Kev. You can go
you,
first.
okay, my thing is, in my head, it's too late to criticize people. Uh, some people like chocolate ice cream. Some people like strawberry ice cream. Doesn't mean anybody's right or wrong. Uh, I was raised in a different wrestling environment. Eddie Graham, Vince Senior, Jim Barnett, and I've mentioned this to you before, John. I think the three of the greatest wrestling minds of all. And then I had Mark Lewin, I had King Curtis, I had Gary Hart, and superstar Billy Graham. So I don't. It's easy to throw uh, rocks at glass houses, and it's too late in the game for me to do that. I think he did the best job he possibly could, and some of the stuff was good, some of it wasn't, but none of us do it perfectly because if we did, we turn to page 44 and know exactly what to do.
Hmm.
So, and obviously, there's a lot of companies now can't even find page 44, right? So,
Say the least.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, go ahead, Chris. Your
Yeah, so
thought.
going back, I was there as the gothy version of Devon Storm, a more evolved, evil Devon Storm, being on this trajectory that would bring me into the cruiserweight division. I think Kevin will remember that. That's where I was kind of going. Jimmy Hart was slowly building me up on Saturday night to eventually go to Nitro as a bigger, more violent, more intense cruiserweight. And if I remember the story correctly, all this was going on with David Flair at the same time. We had finished something up, or I had flown into town for Saturday night. We were all staying at the same hotel. The guys came back from Nitro. I went to the hotel bar to get something to eat, and as I was told by Ed Ferrara, Vince saw me walk through the door. I had my hair down, leather jacket, and whatever, and he just liked my look. And from that point on, I became chosen for Crowbar, I think, and it was a great opportunity. And it got me to the point. I never thought I would have a character. I always thought if I would ever be on WCW, that it would be in a cruiserweight capacity. And at that time, I was great with that because I was a huge fan of that style. Going back to my New Jersey work, I thought cruiserweight stuff was great. I enjoyed watching it tremendously, and that was cool. But I never thought that I'd be a character, like a guy with a backstory and a name, and I have wacky catchphrases and that. So he gifted me this character, which was fun. So if it wasn't for Vince Russo, there would be no Crowbar. And I'm eternally grateful. I love Vince for that. He wrote some great stuff, and he always gave me the license to. This is what we got. What do you think your character would do though? And some things he let me do. Some things he said, "No, that's not good." But he always gave me the opportunity to change a line or how I looked or this and that. Now, conversely, WCW changed Power time and time again. And Kevin got Power sometime after that. And he crafted this awesome feud with the Wall. And, just on a total side note, which it meant so much to me, my first match ever at Mike Sharp's gym was a battle royal where me and Jerry Toot, who was Big John the Lumberjack, who became the Wall, we fought the whole battle royal. And then Mike Sharp had me feud with Big John the Lumberjack for months later. So it was really cool going from Mike Sharp's gym to network TV and doing this feud. And we came up with these crazy bumps and stunts where we both jumped from the announce table. No, we both jumped from the ring through the announce table. He choke slammed me through that. He choke slammed me off the Tron. We did all this crazy stuff. And they had it booked where the Wall and I were going to be the co-main event in a pay-per-view with some crazy tables match, choke slam with tables match that Kevin and Ed really let me craft myself with their input, and it was ready to go. And then we had to change in Power again. I remember the call, and this never happened. It was we were supposed to do a huge bump at San Pedro Island. Do you remember when you called me for that? And it was an outdoor show. The entrance was going to be all tents and stuff like that. So outdoors, they wanted to start Nitro with helicopters circling the Tron. And it was going to be me up there at the beginning of the show, challenging the Wall to come get me, yada, yada, yada. Kevin goes, do you want to take the bump off the top of the Tron? I said, and I'm pretty ballsy at this point, and even I had to think about it, but WCW had a great stunt guy, Ellis. It was drawn out how we would do it, how we would practice. I would have been given 2 weeks prep time to learn this stunt. I was told that if the stunt couldn't be done safely, we'd scrap it. And I was ready to do this. And then sometime in there, Power changed again, and Vince took over. We had this cool thing going with me and the Wall, and I recall on interviews, Vince saying he didn't watch the product at all during his hiatus. And the thing with me and the Wall was just dropped. And I think it could have been spectacular. We had some really excellent stuff planned. And then I went from that to doing I actually started to decline and just become a nameless cruiserweight guy being used less and less. But I'm always grateful for the spot. Hindsight's always 2020. He's coming on, grabbing Power again. There's much more larger priorities than Crowbar. There's Ric Flair, there's Lex Luger, all these guys. I get it, but for me personally, he created the character, and I believe that he was also responsible for pushing the character to the wayside. But at the end of the day, I've done more than I ever thought I would do, and I'm eternally grateful.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.